What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic: Devin Kingpin Haney dares to be great and calls out 140-pound warrior king Regis Rougarou Prograis. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life for riches, huh? That life for riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, let's talk some boxing. We're gonna chop it up. All right, so uh, only thing I can say is I love what I'm hearing from Devin Kingpin Haney. I'm hearing that he's called out Regis Rougarou Prograis. He wants to challenge Rougarou at 140 pounds, and it's great. I mean, that's a great move by Devin Haney. I think it's a fantastic fight. Uh, it's a definitely a challenge for the Kingpin Devin Haney, and I would love to see that fight. Now, a lot of people out there saying, "Well, hey, I mean, Regis is a dangerous killer at 140 pounds," and Rougarou definitely is a killer. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, the guy he's been winning all his fights lately. He only lost one fight to the undisputed king, Josh Taylor. And lately, Rougarou has been giving them hell at 140 pounds. I mean, he's got a lot better. I think he basically got a new style now. He's doing more boxing than anything now. But it's a great style. I like how he's fighting now. Okay, he's gained a lot of experience, and he's a much better fighter than he was, a couple of years ago. So a fight between the Rougarou, the Warrior King, and Kingpin Devin Haney would be a great fight at 140 pounds. Okay, so but I love it. I mean, Devin is daring to be great, and it's a great look for Devin Haney. Now, as you all know, you have those guys at 135 pounds. You have Tank, you have Shakur, you have Loma. Uh, we hear Tank is saying that he wants to be next, but at the end of the day, Tank he needs to do something to earn a shot at the four belts. I mean, he hasn't really done much to gain that shot. He doesn't have any belt at 135 pounds. I don't think. His belt's at 130, and the same goes for Shakur. And we already know what the situation is with Mr. Special, the Matrix, Lomachenko. He just lost to Devin Haney in a bitter rivalry that started several years ago and ended with a victory for the Kingpin Devin Haney. So he's, he, as as we all know, Loma, complained about the fight, and he wanted to overturn Devin Haney's victory. That didn't work, but he did. He was able to bite off a piece of Devin's purse for the fight in the tune of $400,000 for Devin Haney pushing him in the pre-fight build-up. So he wants another shot. As a matter of fact, he petitioned the WBC and to be number one contender for Devin Haney's belt, and he got that position. They gave it to him. As we all know, uh, Loma, is special, quote unquote, special. So he got the special treatment, and he was pushed ahead of Shakur Stevenson, who was the number one contender. They pushed Loma ahead, and now he's the number one contender, and he knocked Shakur out of position. But at the end of the day, I'm not really too upset about that because Devin Haney, excuse me, Shakur was out there saying that Loma should get a rematch because he was robbed. Even though he changed his mind later about the robbery, he still thinks that Loma beat Devin. So, okay, if you feel that way, you shouldn't mind then that they put Loma in front of you to fight Devin. Then, if that's the case, that's how I see that. So, basically, uh, Shakur, put his foot in his mouth instead of saying that Haney win and building up the fight between him and Haney, he's out there talking about Loma won, Loma won. It's a robbery. I mean, it doesn't make any sense what this guy was doing. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, if you want to fight Haney next and you want to build that fight up, why are you saying that Loma it was a robbery that Loma got robbed? What do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? So, Shakur doesn't seem to understand, how this boxing thing works. And, that's why he's probably not going to get a shot at the undisputed at this point because he basically put his foot in his mouth and knocked himself out of his position with with his own mouth. You know what I mean? So, Shakur, I think he got I don't know what's going to happen with him and Haney, but he needs to wise up and understand what's going on. As for Tank, Tank is out there, talking about pay-per-view numbers and his team. That's all they talk about is we got pay-per-view numbers. We got pay-per-view numbers, not a title. This, it's not a belt. The pay-per-view number is not a belt. Okay, right now Devin Haney is the kingpin at 135 pounds, and uh, uh, Javante Tank, he doesn't really have anything at 135 pounds of any consequence at all. He's a junior lightweight champion. Okay, so uh, he has nothing to really offer Devin Haney except maybe a bag. Okay, which is nothing wrong with a bag, but if I'm Haney, it depends on the amount of money you're gonna give me. At this point, Devin Haney is looking to go to 140 pounds and create a legacy there. He's already done it he's already conquered 135 pounds. So now he's looking to go to 130, 140 pounds and, do some conquering there, which is to be expected, when you're a guy who's, is moving up. You're on the up. You're moving on the up, So that's what Devin Haney is doing. He's on the move. The rest of those guys are stagnating at 135 pounds, waiting around, to fight Haney. Nobody's fighting each other. I don't hear them calling each other out. Tank, Shakur, and Loma, they all should fight, and then the winner get a shot at the title. That's what I would do if I was Haney. I would just tell them that, you guys fight each other. I got bigger and better things at 140 pounds. When you guys decide to put on your big boy pants and fight each other, I'll take the winner on. I'll come back down and fight the winner. In the meantime, I'm making moves. And that's basically what's going on. So, Tank and Shakur, they need to step up their game, fight each other. And then, the winner can, take a shot at the four belts. In the meantime, it looks like Devin Haney is going after Rougarou, the Warrior King at 140 pounds. That's going to be a great fight if that happens. I would love to see that fight. Rougarou is doing great things at 140 pounds right now. Regis, Rougarou, Prograis, and he's been on a roll, lately, knocking people out and beat the top guys at 140 pounds. Now it would be great if Rougarou had, was able to get that 140-pound undisputed from the winner of the Josh Taylor Teofimo Lopez fight, and then him and Devin Haney could fight for undisputed. It would be great if that could happen, but I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know if Rougarou is in line for the shot at the four belt, which I'm sure he should be because I think he's the number one guy at 140 pounds at this point. So yeah, Devin Kingpin Haney has called out Rougarou, Regis Rougarou Progress at 140 pounds. I mean, and that's a big call out because Rougarou is not an easy, is no easy mark. That's not a low hanging fruit. I mean, you could actually say that a fight between Regis and Devin Haney would be in favor of Regis Progress because he's a bigger guy. Okay, he's been at the weight for a while. Okay, and I'm hearing that he's probably having problems making that weight at 140 pounds and probably going to move to 147. So he's a big guy. So for Haney to go up to 140 pounds and challenge him, is a big move for Haney, and that goes to show you, his warrior spirit and his heart, and and his determination to become a legacy fighter, you know, uh, and a money fighter. So yeah, great move by Devin Haney. I mean, I would much rather Haney fight. I would much rather to see Haney fight the winner of the undisputed between Teofimo and Josh Taylor than fight Rougarou. Maybe he should, he should. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I guess time will tell. But I would much rather see him fight the winner of that fight and then take on Rougarou, as a challenger while he's undisputed at 140 pounds. But maybe he feels that he has to test himself against somebody like Rougarou first before he goes for the undisputed. But I'm not sure how that looks in the end because as far as I'm concerned, I would think that if Rougarou was to fight either Teofimo or Josh Taylor, he'd probably beat them at this point in his career. I mean, Josh Taylor did defeat him in his first attempt at Josh Taylor's belt, but that was a different Rougarou. He had a different style of fighting then. I think he's much more experienced now, okay, and more confident as well. And I think, and plus he has a big team behind him now in Matchroom. So I think he would probably do much better, and he could probably defeat both Teofimo and Josh Taylor. But only time will tell. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. So we don't know if it's if he's if if Haney gets the opportunity to fight Josh Taylor, or Teofimo, whoever wins that fight, or maybe the Rougarou fight will come first. I don't know, but we'll see what happens if Rougarou is going to take the challenge. So there's a lot of things that has to play out before we see how everything shapes up in the end. But that being said, it's a great move by Devin Haney in calling out Rougarou because again, you know, Regis Prograis is no joke. Okay, Regis Prograis is the real deal at 140 pounds, and he's been knocking people out up there for a while now. Ever since he came back from his loss to Josh Taylor, he's been on a string of victories against some of the top guys and the killers up there at 140 pounds. So the fact that Haney wants to take him on at this point in his career, I mean, that's a big statement by Devin Haney. That's the kind of statement a Kingpin makes. That's the kind of statement an undisputed champion makes. Taking on the best guys. And then I mean he's actually moving up to do it in this situation. So yeah, kudos to Devin Haney. I like the move. I like what he's doing. I like him, taking legacy fights. This is a legacy fight, definitely. And moving up to challenge a guy like Progress is not an easy task. So we're gonna see, how it all plays out. But again, excuse me, congratulations to Haney for making this move. And again, those guys at 140 pounds, I mean, excuse me, 135 pounds, Tank, Shakur, and Lombo, they need to get their game together, get their game up, fight each other, and then challenge Devin Haney. I mean, all of them sitting around waiting to get an individual shot at the title, instead of fighting each other. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. These guys need to get up off their asses and go out there and do something. You know what I mean? So they've been fighting other guys at their weight, but now it's time for them to fight each other. Supposedly they're the three best guys at lightweight, so we need to find out who's actually the best guy amongst them, and then that guy needs to take on Devin Haney, for the four belts, and that's how I see that. So again, congratulations to Devin Haney on his big move. If this fight, if he gets the fight, hopefully he does get it. Again, I'm thinking that you should wait for a title shot against either Taylor or Teofimo, as opposed to fighting Rougarou. But because I mean Rougarou doesn't have a belt. Yeah, well, actually he does have a belt. I'm sorry, he does. He does have a belt up there. But uh, the bigger fish is would be the four belts. But maybe he's gonna fight Rougarou, acclimate himself to the weight, and put himself in position for to fight for all the belts, even though he can fight for at least he can fight for those belts regardless because he can move up as a WBO champ and demand a shot at Josh Taylor or whoever the winner is of the fight between Taylor and Teofimo. You can demand a shot, because he's the undisputed champion, 140, 135 pounds. So there's a lot of moving parts. So we're going to see how it all plays out in the end. And, but again, congratulations on the call out of Regis Rougarou Prograis. If the fight does take place, whether it's before the undisputed between, Josh Taylor and Teofimo or after, uh, in terms of the winner of that fight, I mean, we know that the Josh Taylor Teofimo fight is coming up next. So if Devin Haney fights the winner of that fight, or he fights Rougarou, either those, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping to see both of those fights take place. Actually, So yeah, I would love to see the fight between Rougarou, but I'd love more to see him take on the winner of the Teofimo Josh Taylor fight. But it is what it is. Okay, and calling out Rougarou Progress is a good move, and I like it. I mean, it's a bold move by Haney, and again, he's daring to be great. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there, people. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.